Hey, what's up guys? This is Adele with Ecom Trials. So today we're going to be going over the steps of starting your Shopify store. I see a lot of people not doing this and having the proper setup because people just dive into it and not knowing what they're doing. So today I'm going to list down some steps that you do need before you start your store. So very first one, everyone wants to talk about, what am I going to sell? There's so many items out there to sell. For me, what I would do is either if you want to go the branding route and you're passionate about a product or a certain niche, I would start with that. Or if you want to go the drop shipping route and start with like a trending product or a product that's selling well in the market today, we can go with that. So our first one would be our product or niche. So obviously we're finding products. You can look through articles online or even look at Amazon's best-selling list, and that's how a lot of people on Shopify stores can look at. For instance, there's this website called trends.co which lists out articles with different types of products, and that's more of the branding route. Or you can find a product and white label it and put your own name or logo on it. That's another way of doing it also. So number one would be having your product and niche. So number two will be having your logo and all your brand icons. I see people focusing too much on their logo and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you should have a nice and simple logo, but you gotta make sure your website and your brand icons go along with it as well. So a lot of brands, a lot of dropshipping stores don't have these types of, for instance, like having it on your product page. I'll show an example up here below, having, the add to cart and having all these little icons that go along with the brand. So having like your brand follow like a certain template that goes along with everything else. So your logo and your branding template. So having the logo and the branding template doesn't mean like you have to create this yourself, right? So you can go on Fiverr or Upwork and have people that do this for a living and have them create all this stuff. It's better to hire people and focus what you're good at, because at the end of the day, if you're doing all this stuff in the beginning, which a lot of people do, and how I started off with, logo, everything, marketing, designing the website. I mean, if you don't have the budget for that, yes, you do have to complete all this stuff. And it is good to know what you're good at, of course, and then obviously trying everything out, so when you hire someone, you know what kind of work they're doing. So number two would be logo and branding template. Even if you're doing drop shipping, it's good to follow that branding rule and make your website look more legitimate. Number three would be customer support. So customer support is not only just answering emails and all that stuff, but making sure you have your chat and messenger, like instantly chat 24/7, having a business phone number display on your website, whether you're drop shipping or you're going the branding route. So customers can feel, and future customers can feel that they always have you in contact. They can speak to anyone at any time, depending whether you're going to have your chat or phone number displayed on your website, answering emails and all that stuff. You should obviously, you can hire a VA if your emails are going off the roof and your social media messages are, because you can only handle so many stuff at a time. But having this stuff all in place, make sure that you have the back foundation and everything secure. So having that in place is customer support, which a lot of dropshipping websites lack on in place, is really going to take you farther. A lot of people don't worry about like, hey, let me just make my first couple sales and then I'll worry about that. But no, make sure you have that start from the get-go, so you can have obviously a good future and a good lifespan with your business. Number four tip is obviously having your payment gateways. Sorry if my handwriting's messy. So your payment gateway, so that would be Shopify Payments, Stripe, PayPal, all that stuff. So starting off with Stripe, if you're starting off a new business, I would say to go with Stripe. Most likely, if you're drop shipping, you're probably going to get kicked off later if your shipping's taking too long. But if you're starting off the branding route, obviously stick with Shopify. It's the cheapest one, because if you're going to be working with another payment gateway, you're going to get charged Shopify's transaction rate and also your payment gateway's transaction rate, which is going to end up being a lot for you. So having all that stuff set in place. PayPal, also, you can have trouble with that if you create a new account and you're a new customer to PayPal. They will tend to hold your payments. So you gotta make sure that you start off with a good path. If you're drop shipping, I don't recommend doing it, because multiple times I've had my account held and then suspended. So most likely you'll start off with Shopify. But you can also add a PayPal in there, because a lot of people have PayPal and they tend to trust it. So just to capture those first couple of sales, it'll be good to have PayPal. And another thing about payment gateways, a lot of people now and a lot of brands had these installment payment gateways set up. So for me personally, I use Sezzle. I'll put my affiliate link down below with that, so you guys can sign up, and then for a full year you won't be charged any transaction rate with that at all. So Sezzle will break down your customers' payments. So if the item's $20, they can pay $5 a month for 4 months. A lot of people make dropshipping seem so simple, right? Add these products and then all of a sudden you expect to make a bunch of sales, right? So number 5 is going to be your marketing. So there's so many different marketing platforms you can start on. Obviously, Facebook's a big one. And then, you have influencer marketing. You got marketing on Google, TikTok, Snapchat, and all that good stuff. So if you're starting off with a new product, and you're starting off with a product that you're shipping out yourself, I would say maybe to start off with an influencer in a similar niche that can obviously translate their followers to your website. And make sure you have your pixels set up at this point, so when your pixel's set up, you can retarget those people later on, and your pixel is getting smarter with these visitors coming to your store, right? So if you don't want to start off with the influencer route, I always say to start off with Facebook. So even though Facebook's not optimizing right now the best, it's always good to start off with Facebook, whether to know that your product is a winner. Facebook kind of tells me, all right, so say if I start off with Facebook and a product's not selling well, most likely it's not going to work on other platforms. So if it is working on Facebook, but the cost per purchase is pretty high, maybe I'll bring that product to a different platform, maybe like Google Shop or Snapchat, and my cost per purchase and my customer acquisition would be a lot cheaper, depending on the whole demographic. So TikTok has a lot younger audience, right? Facebook has maybe a little bit of an older audience, including with Instagram, it's less of younger people that will be buying from you. So obviously translating and seeing where your product falls along with those different platforms is a big one. So starting off with your advertising, you can start off with Facebook ads, obviously conversions, or you can start with an influencer that can promote your product. You ship out your product to them and they can post it on their Instagram. And most of the time you can pay an influencer for like $200 and receive a ton of sales if your product fits well with their followers. This is my 5 steps for starting off your Shopify store. Make sure you have all these things set in place, and it'll be a lot more easier for you to launch your store. These simple 5 steps, I think, make you more concentrated on what you have to do and less scattered around, because people tend to, jump from logo, jump from ads, and jump all over the place, and you're really not getting anything done. You're basically going in a circle. So follow these methods, make sure they're all done. If you guys need help with products or anything like that, I do have a free Discord link down below where I put weekly trending products every single week. Nobody does that in this business where they're putting out free products, at least what I know of. And I also have my course down below, ranging from Shopify to marketing and all that good stuff, and having all the best apps, plugins for your Shopify store. Have my Sezzle affiliate link for your installment payments for your store, which really helps with your conversion rate. Alright guys, subscribe down below for new videos and let me know what future videos you guys want to see. I'm coming out with a drop shipping challenge this coming up week or the next 2 weeks. So let me know what you guys want to see besides that. That video is going to take me a little bit longer to record because I do have to add a lot of different things into it. So yeah, subscribe down below, follow me on Instagram, that's going to be down below also, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.